of this meeting was provided by virtue of a resolution scheduling the time, date, and place of meetings of the Borough Council, the Borough of Morris Plains for the year 2024. Which resolution was adopted by the Borough Council on January 4th, 2024, and published in the Morris News being the daily record and by posting of such resolution on the bulletin board in the Borough Hall. All the above actions being in accordance with NJSA 10:4-6 at said roll call, please.
Mayor Torrin.
Present.
Ms. Verga.
Present.
Mr. Byrne.
Present.
Mr. Cortez.
Present.
Ms. Goddard. Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Present.
I do have a couple of things. We have a meeting scheduled with the Water Authority and about 17 other people or so in regards to the two applications for using the authority's water service to supply water to nearly 300 units in Harding. That takes place on Monday in the afternoon, so we have all the towns represented by the mayors, their attorneys, and developers, the water authority, so we'll have a full room, we'll see how that all goes. An update on the Stiles Avenue project, that was bid out, and I believe it was, or is going to be bid out by the water authority, and that work will not start probably until February or March. I've already been talking to their engineer about getting everybody together for all the streets affected, so we won't have the same sort of problems that we had with the Glenbrook project. So this gives us quite a bit more time than we had in the past with the other project. So we'll be doing some sort of a town hall or invite those residents from those affected streets probably sometime in the end of January, something along those lines. But that could change a little bit, but that's where it stands right now. Resident has contacted me about the path along or behind the homes on Beech Drive. I went out there and visited them, and did talk to our engineer, find out exactly whose property is, who's responsible for it, so that's Lennar's property. I've asked Leon to contact Lennar and see whether they would be willing to do some plantings back there, just to, some sort of evergreens or something that remains leafy throughout the whole year, just to provide some barricade in between the residents and those, or not a barricade, but shade, screening rather, between the path and those residents. And, we'll see what Lennar says, and we'll go to Plan B, but maybe we'll end up, I don't know, but Plan B would probably be planting some of our own bushes back there. The health insurance, Anna got a memo today that it's going up almost 17% again. Thank you to our fine leaders in the state with the health insurance, 16 point something, which is close enough to 17%. I participated also in a discussion on a proposed bill later on down the road on working from home. Some of these, I'll say, small businesses, attorneys, accountants, some of these small type businesses that do work out of their homes, especially since COVID, working on a bill to allow that, because most municipalities do not allow, businesses in the home. So I sat down with some Morris County mayors and some Jay Weber, the assemblyman, and a couple of attorneys to discuss some options for this bill moving forward. I think in principle it may be a good bill, but it can't cover everything, so there has to be really some parameters for that moving forward.
Yeah, I'm sorry, was that in favor of a business out of a home or against it?
Certain businesses, the way that we saw it, it was very broad, and, it would require a lot of work on the municipalities to regulate that. So, given some stricter guidelines certainly help, but, you know, it does go on in most towns, you know, these, I'll say, small businesses, 1, 2 person operations, but, you know, it has to be limited somehow, so, we'll see where that goes, so, and that's all I have right now.
Can I ask a question about that? Would it apply if somebody is a work from home employee of like a corporation that's headquartered
So
somewhere?
that was one of the questions that
Okay.
they didn't have an answer to, so, somebody did do like, proofreading at home as part of that's their work. You know, so does that qualify as a
Yeah.
at-home business? So,
Right.
you know, those are the questions. It was only the first meeting, there was a lot of questions to be answered. There is a planner that's
Yeah,
involved.
inside the home, you can't see it. More concerning would be the outside, having
You know,
vans,
people
trucks,
still, I mean, you know, here in Morris Plains, you know, a car pulls up at 10 o'clock at night, right, or leaves the house at 10 o'clock at night, people, you know, why is that car coming or going, or, you know, people coming and going. You have night traders, right, you know, guys that work at night, stock markets at night, whatever, so, you know, there's a lot of questions there, so. It's not as easy as it sounds, you know, like I said, in theory, it sounds very good, but we'll see where it ends up. I thought it was interesting, so I.
So we got some bids back on the trash collection. 2 bids came in, and it looks like one is, the lowest one is about,
I'm sorry, Joe.
Oh. Okay. We got some bids back in on the trash collection, which contract ends the end of this year. It's 2 of them, 2 bids. And one of them, the lower one is, you know, 6.8% higher than last year when you look at the 5 years approximately. So we're still looking at it, crunching numbers and seeing what, you know, what the avenue is in reviewing the contract and everything like that. But so more to come on that. That's gonna be resolved hopefully soon. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I listened into the affordable housing presentation forum that they had in Morris Township. They had it live and also streamed, and they had pretty decent attendance from the public at the event with their planner, who's also our planner, and the head of that planning company was there, and attorneys as a panel, and they reviewed basically what the history of affordable housing has been in Morris Township, what they've done in the past, you know, what got them to where they are today. The new legislation, what it's requiring, what the process is, and what their next steps are gonna be, so that people know what to expect coming forward. I thought it was very well done. It's available on YouTube if anybody wants to check it out. And I know we do have a meeting scheduled, so I was just curious to know if we have an agenda for what we're gonna cover there in that joint meeting with the planning board in November?
The attorney will give the planning board and the council an update, same type of thing, some of our strategies that we're working on. Maybe have a closer idea of what the number is. There's a report that's supposed to be out on around the 20th of October, and that will tell a lot.
So is it gonna be a closed meeting or is it gonna be a public meeting?
Be a close meeting.
Okay, so I don't know how the rest of the council feels, but I think that it would be nice to be able to educate the public about, I know you did one article in Plains Talk and that was great, on what's coming,
Right?
but I like the idea of giving the public an opportunity
Well,
to
when the
understand.
time is right, and we feel that it's right to get that information out, I already said that we would do that, and
Okay.
that's gonna happen.
Great,
Everything is just, it's too fluid right now, right? So we don't have a number.
right.
The
They didn't
reason that
either.
it's in, yeah, so the reason that it's in executive session, it won't be public because it is strategy, right? So, want you to be aware of what we're working on, and when the time is right, of course, we'll put something in.
Yeah, theirs was less about their strategy and more about what the requirements are and what the steps of the process are, that's all. It's just a little more general than coming out with an actual plan. To keep, you know, this is step 1 of keeping the public informed, and then once you have a plan, that would be step 2. So I like that approach, that's just my opinion, and I just wanted to share that. That's it.
Then?
I'm good, Mayor, thank you.
I'm good.
Mr. Verga.
A quick question for Nancy. All the bids that you're entertaining is for twice a week pickup, not once, right?
Right, we didn't change any of the
Good.
services.
Thank you.
In terms of,
You make a lot of progress.
frequency.
Yeah, we do, especially the little ones now. Thank you, Nancy.
I see you must make a lot of growers over there.
You want those back?
I became a grandfather.
I do have one more thing I forgot. I did, receive a copy of a letter, that I'll pass out to everybody. And we'll be having a presentation in some upcoming meeting, about the possible, zoning change that somebody has requested in an area of town. I can pass this
Sure,
down.
this is one copy?
Yep.
Okay.
And at some future meeting, this will be, discussed, but, it'll be our recommendation whether it goes to the to the, planning board, moving forward or not, so. Just so everybody's aware. And that's all I have for now. Do you have any need for executive,
Okay.
right, or no?
Be it resolved by the Borough Council of the Borough of Morris Plains on the third day of October 2024, the mayor and Borough Council shall meet in executive session from which the public shall be excluded to discuss matters as permitted pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12, subsections
B7 and B8.
B7 and B8. The time when the matters discussed pursuant to paragraph 1 hereof can be disclosed to the public is as soon as practicable after the final resolution of the aforesaid matters.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Sal, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, we're in executive.